going up against the New York Yankees. The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the New York Yankees want a little more than they got last year, having lost in the World Series. Singy, they don't seem like they're among the front runners. How do they get back to the World Series?
I think it's going to take some smart management both on the field and in the front office, Boog, and they'll need to get the most out of the players they have now, and possibly a key pickup or two could put them over the top. Now, they might know something we don't. Maybe they think they've got enough as is, but I think they'll probably be active with the trade market, their farm system, or both.
And now,
opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Ready for baseball here in New York. And on the hill in this one, Carlos Rodon.
Well, this guy had a bunch of wins last year, and I'll tell you what, as a position player, when you've got a pitcher that's going to go out there, take the ball, and put you in a position to win, for whatever reasons, you're relaxed, you enjoy playing behind him, but you also are able to score for a guy like that, and that's who he was for his team last year. And
this ball well hit, left center field, and that splits the gap. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video, because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. This is Bryce Turang. And he hits a ground ball right side, and that's a foul ball. Runner in scoring position, nobody out here on opening day. And now the count is even. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Headed for the plate. The throw in.
Oh, that's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and it really hurts when it costs your team a run.
And now it's William Contreras. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job of controlling the running game, and that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment. Our players are going to be running all game.
Ball. One on, nobody out, a run in here in game one of this three-game set. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Out in the top of the first. Here's how the Brewers will line up on opening day. Singy, these last few years have been Milwaukee's best since the days of Yount and Molitor.
You're right about that, Boog. They've won the division title 3 of the last 4 seasons, but they haven't won a postseason series since 2018. When they came within a game of reaching the World Series. Wouldn't be a shock to see them break through this year.
Fought off foul. Swing and a miss.
0-2 is the count.
Turang, the runner at second with one away. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
One ball.
In the
strikes.
dirt, but kept close. One out and a runner at second. Just misses the mark outside the zone. And it remains 2-2. And a pitch. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Wells makes the grab, 2 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Jackson Chourio up now for the Brewers. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases.
This one looks like trouble. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
At the plate, Garrett Mitchell. And that misses. 1-0.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
And now 1-2.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Right through there, got it. Inning over, and it could have been worse. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Brewers 2, and the Yankees coming to bat. Back at Yankee Stadium, and today's starter, Freddie Peralta. Singy, he's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts.
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA, and you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out, and not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning, get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Batting second.
Here's the opening day lineup for the Yankees. And Chris, after they came so close in 2024, there's a hunger to reach the mountaintop this season.
No doubt about it. This is a proud franchise, Boog, and they've been in the postseason all but 5 years of this century. They haven't won a title, though, since 2009, and that's the second longest drought they've had since first winning it all in 1923. So the pressure to go all the way just keeps building.
And Judge spoils that one. Peralta, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first. And here this afternoon, 2 quickly away in the bottom of the first.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
2 down, base is empty. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. His first homer of the year. It's 2-1. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Base is empty with 2 away. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. That misses, and it's 1-0. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And that ends the inning. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Back in the Bronx, here's the third baseman, Joseph Ortiz.
Joseph Ortiz.
Rodon back to work. Tap foul at the plate. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff at the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
That one 95 to finish him off.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after him.
And now here is Blake Perkins. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
And that skips in the dirt. 1 out, base is empty. Rodon ready to fire now. Just missed.
That's a ball.
Two-one pitch is in there, and the count is even.
Well, he left that changeup up, got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Fly ball to right. Chisholm. And there are 2 outs.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
2 outs, base is empty. Andrew Monasterio digs in now. And first offering is fouled off. The shortstop takes the ball. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Two down, nobody on. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Corrals it. And that is that. So they go quietly there. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Brewers 2 and the Yankees 1. Back here in the Bronx singing, and we talked about expectations this year for the Yankees, but we haven't brought up their trip to the World Series last year.
Yeah, they had the most wins in the American League, had won their first pennant in 15 years. Hard to believe that, huh? It's tough not labeling that type of a year as a success.
Perkins makes the grab, one down. Dodgers versus Yankees in the Fall Classic. It doesn't get any better than that, Singy.
Yeah, and a lot of people across the globe watch those games, not just in the United States, and we won't forget that World Series for a long time.
Well struck left field. Chourio ranging back. Hauls it in on the warning track.
Batting 7, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Mitchell gets under it. Makes the catch. And that'll do it. Back in New York, and now the DH, Christian Yelich.
Christian Yelich.
And that chops in for a strike. Just missed.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
2 strikes.
Laser could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And he's got his second double of the game.
He has had such a good day today. I don't think he's going to want to leave when it's over.
Couple of doubles today for the DH. Up now for Milwaukee, Bryce Terang. And that one sliced foul. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Wells puts it away for the out. 1 away.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrating with himself until his next at bat.
And here's the catcher, William Contreras. He's 0 for 1. Check swing, and he went 0-1.
All 1's the count.
1 out, and a runner at second here on opening day. Hard hit left side. Volpe throws it to first in time. Now 2 out. And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. 0 for 1, popped out foul to the catcher his first time up. Ripped to third. Slings it across, and that is that. So 1 hit is all they get. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Brewers 2 and the Yankees 1. And welcome back to the
Leading off
ballpark.
for the
Down the
Yankees,
third baseman,
the third baseman,
Oswaldo Cabrera.
Cabrera.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Peralta, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Perkins hauls it in, and there's one away.
Batting ninth, the left fielder, Jason.
Here's the left
Dominguez.
fielder, Jason Dominguez. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Bouncer to Hoskins. And he handles it himself for the out.
The center fielder, number 35, Cody Bellinger.
So the lineup flips over. Digging in, Cody Bellinger. He's 0 for 1. Now that's smacked to right center. Mitchell brings it in for the third out. Down in order go the Yankees. They're down 2-1. Back for more from the Bronx. And now Jackson Chourio.
Jackson Chourio.
Chourio, only 20 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. That clips the zone. Strike one.
Well, these Brewers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
And that's downstairs. And now it's even 1-1.
1-1.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Rodon ready. Here comes. And a ball evens the count. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
And here is Garrett Mitchell. Struck out looking in his first at bat. And takes low for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
One down, base is empty. He swings and fouls one off. Next offering is in for a strike. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball. Comebacker
to the mound. tosses to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. So they make short work of him there. Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Aaron Judge at the plate.
Judge.
That one fouled off. That's a base hit, and they have their first base runner since the first inning.
All over that one right there.
Now
just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
So digging in, Jazz Chisholm Jr. He's already homered in this game. And that one in the air center field. Mitchell under this one. Squeezes it, and there's one down.
Up next for the Yankees, the catcher, Austin Wells.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Austin Wells, 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Judge at first, one gone. Rolled to short, possible 2 ball. Off balance feed, there's one. On to Hoskins. Double play.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Perkins.
Rodon back to work. Fastball for a strike.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
0-1. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. One up, one down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Andrew Monasterio.
Andrew Monasterio up now for the Brewers. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
No balls, 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Got him swinging.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Hit weakly on the ground. Chisholm slings to first. Yelich out on the play. And Milwaukee is set down in order. Nobody left for Milwaukee as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe.
Volpe.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. Into the corner, but foul. Swung on, belted. Mitchell on the move, racing back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. Fly to left his first time. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1.
He's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
And that one upstairs, ball one.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
That misses the zone, and a count 2-1. The Yankees down by a run here on opening day. Chance to collect himself now as he asks for time. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
Paul Goldschmidt now. Swings through that one.
0-1.
The 0-1. Way out front for strike two.
No ball.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
So Goldie strikes out here. So the Yanks go in order, and our score remains 2-1. Back in the Bronx, now the number 2 hitter, Bryce Terang. First pitch swinging.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Popped in the air, left field. Dominguez hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, catcher William.
Next for Milwaukee,
Contreras.
William Contreras. That just misses. Ball one.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Base is empty, one away, and we're the top half of the 6th. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. And that's a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Rhys Hoskins to the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. Aaron Boone makes his way out of the dugout, and he will make a move to the bullpen.
Now pitching for the
Fernando Cruz into the game.
Number 63.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Hit on the ground to the right side. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder Jackson Chorio.
Jackson Chorio will hit next. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. In there at the knees, and it's 0-1.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately, you either have it or you don't.
2 outs. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Tidy work out of the Yankee bullpen there. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Brewers 2 and the Yankees 1. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection.
Third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera.
Swing and a foul out of play. Bounced up the middle. Terang throws to first in time. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
The left fielder, number 24, Jason Dominguez.
Jason Dominguez getting ready to hit. Grounded out his first time. First offering, and it just misses. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So now back to the top of the order. So the batting order turns over. Cody Bellinger stepping in now for the Yankees. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. He made him pay for that one. His first homer of the year. It's 3-2. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
So, Singy, this is a little bit of a surprise. A guy known for line drives hits one over the fence.
Well, if you're a little too early, you'll get some elevation in the ball, get out of the ballpark. For him, it's kind of a mistake. But you know what? When you have such a good approach, every now and then you're going to run into one.
Here is Aaron Judge. And that one is inside. Judge rips that one. Perkins sizes this one up. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Jazz.
And up next for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr. He had a big swing for these guys way back to the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
And that one hammered way back there. But it slices just foul.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Here comes the 0-1. And ball one. Activity in the bullpen for the Brewers. Yoel Payamps preparing to come on if needed. Koenig, the lefty, warming up as well. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's back there. You can kiss it goodbye. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a run. It's 4-2.
It's really impressive how he's able to take an outside fastball, get around it, and hit it with authority to the pull side. Most guys are popping up weakly to the opposite field.
2 outs, nobody on. And next for New York, Austin Wells.
Ball,
that's off the inside corner, and that's ball 1. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. He'll touch them all. And they tack on to their lead. It's 5-2.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling.
Now pitching for
and stepping in for the